Thank you. I noticed, Grace, in your testimony, you mentioned how that when your father was home after the forced disappearance, he would try to show a lifted spirit and entertain me and my brother with humors. That certainly underscores that even though he had suffered so much, his love and devotion to you and your brother was so strong, but he tried to divorce himself. He obviously didn't just unload and tell you all the terrible things he had suffered. That has to make it even more painful, knowing that he was putting you first, and now, of course, he's disappeared again. And that's, I'm sure, has been the situation with all of you, because you are such devoted daughters, so full of love and devotion. But I thought that is a very important aspect of your testimony. Also, I noticed, Ms. Peng, Lisa Peng, you said you suffered doubly because you were a second-order birth. Most Americans are woefully uninformed, and I would say most people in the world, how draconian the one-child per couple policy is, and that when a woman is able to, through hiding their pregnancy or perhaps even sometimes a payoff to family planning cadres, have a second child, that second child is grossly discriminated against. If you would briefly speak to that.
I think some other people have mentioned, especially Grace, about the isolation that she suffered in China. Because I was a survivor of the one-child forced abortion policy, I, of course, was considered a non-entity, couldn't go to school, and even when my mom would drive my brother to school and I was in the car, the government would have 4 secret police tailgate us and bump into us as we were driving to school. And our house was, of course, tapped, not in particular because of me, but mostly because of my father's activism. So there was no future for me in China. And so the fact that I safely was escaped and was accepted by the United States and am respected in classrooms, and my voice is heard in classrooms, and I have opportunities, unimaginable opportunities to do whatever I want in the future and to give back to the community that's given me so much. That's really what makes me feel so grateful and hopeful every day.
I'd like to yield to Mr. Pincher and then Mr. Meadows.